What is left? Asked Zuhura Begum as we visit her after the fire that ravaged Camp 11 on March 5. Zuhura's eyes reflect the vacant expanse of the land around her. Then there is Shuna Meher. All I want to do is cry loudly, she says. There are several others like Zuhura and Shona, about 1.3 million to be exact, people who live a hopeless existence. The week visited Cox's Bazar, home to Rohingya Muslims who crossed across from Myanmar in August 2017. Persecuted for their religion, they are currently the largest congregation of nowhere people. Their existence seems to be defined by seasons of fear: fear of cold during winters, fear of fire, fear of floods during the monsoon, and then there is the fear of being turned away, not being accepted. When the week visited camps 11 and 12, we delved into lives of the refugees who haven't been granted refugee status by the Bangladesh government yet. There's a sense of desperation and anger. Yet, there's hope. There are children like Gulam and Sajena who aspire to be a teacher and a doctor. Then there is Ro Mehruz, a 23-year-old poet who contemplates on what the youth will do once they finish schooling. Will they fight for a drop of water or bigger things like their rights? Living in fragile homes, they do live a caged existence without being aware of a life outside. The refugees aren't allowed outside the camp after 5 pm. The situation is getting dire by the day. And while the Bangladesh government hopes to repatriate them, the growing population does pose a problem, especially since the World Food Programme brought down the monthly food ration budget from $12 to $10 a month. Camp life isn't peaceful. Violence against women is rampant. Then there are factions within the Rohingyas that are operating in the settlements that are targeting each other. So who are the Rohingyas? Rohingyas are an Indo-Aryan ethnic group. They speak Rohingya or Rohingya dialect of the Arakanese language. During British rule in Myanmar, which lasted from 1824 to 1948, a lot of laborers from India and Bangladesh migrated to what is now known as Myanmar. Most of them were Muslims. The migration was at the time considered internal, as all three nations were part of the British Empire. After independence, however, the migration was considered illegal. It is on this basis that Myanmar government denied citizenship to Rohingya Muslims. It is also due to this that Buddhists considered the Rohingya Muslims to be Bengali. After Myanmar got independence from British in 1948, the Union Citizenship Act was passed, defining which ethnicities could gain citizenship. The Rohingya Muslims were not included in this. The act, however, let families who lived in Myanmar for at least 2 generations to apply for identity cards. Things changed dramatically for the Rohingya Muslims after the 1962 military coup in Myanmar. While all citizens acquired national registration cards, the Rohingya Muslims were given foreign identity cards. This limited the jobs and educational opportunities they could pursue. In 1982, a new Citizenship Act was passed, where the Rohingya Muslims were stripped of their citizenship, rendering them stateless. The Act also put restrictions on their right to work, study, marry, practice their religion, and access to health services. Read the current issue of the week to know more about the Rohingya Muslims, their life and struggles.